Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices.
Hello everyone, my name is Pratibha and I'll be your moderator today. So if at any point you have any question or if you would like to connect with our speaker or want to know regarding the GSDC initiative, please feel free to use the chat box. So I hope you're all ready for today's session. Just allow me a minute to share my screen. Meanwhile, please do let us know from where you guys are watching. We would be happy to know that. So, on behalf of the Global Skill Development Council, I'm truly delighted to welcome you all in GSDC Certified Learning, Learning and Development Webinar Series, Learning That Works, Turning Skills, Strategies, and Talent into Business Value. Turning skills, strategies, and talent into measurable business impact. And one of the things which make this webinar so interesting is the amazing expert panel we have lined up for you. Some of them have already delivered a very incredible and insightful sessions, and others are all set to bring in more powerful ideas. So for those who have joined with us for the very first time, let me give you a quick introduction who we are. Global Skill Development Council is a globally recognized certification body. We are accredited by ABI-CB. Till yet, we have a 250,000 professionals certified with us. We are partnered with 100 plus training providers, 1,000 plus multinational companies, and 50 plus universities worldwide. We also have 500 plus subject matter experts with us across globe who help us developing our program. So these are the training partners who are associated with us from the Asia, Africa, Canada, Australia, Nigeria, Singapore, and many other regions. So a special thanks to all training partners to be associating with us. And a very special thank you to our media partner, WordPress Hub, for covering all of our press releases and event releases. So before starting the session, I just wanted to make a quick announcement that we have launched a very unique platform called GSDC AI Studio, Lifelong Learning Initiative. In GSDC AI Studio, you're going to get 100 plus live monthly sessions with global expert, including 4 daily sessions, 45-minute live expert lead session for hands-on learning, sessions from global expert. Now you can learn directly from our AI leaders around the world. Real-time practice. You can apply concept immediately and get your question answered. Certification ready. You'll be getting the training aligned with industry standard for job-ready skills. So currently we are covering 100 plus certification in our portfolio, including learning and development, HR, Gen AI, agentic AI, emerging technologies, ISO lead auditor and implementer, project management and PMO, Agile DevOps and SRE, cybersecurity, digital transformation, and many more. But once you get certified with GSDC, you just don't walk away with certification. You also become a part of our community, which comes with GSDC membership benefit, including lifelong membership, certification upgrade, workshop, boot camps, learning club access, also the full benefit of GSDC AI Studio, and many more. With that, it's time to welcome our today's speaker. Today we have Lee with us. Lee is a seasoned leadership development consultant and professor, also a speaker with over 30 years of experience in human resource and organizational leadership. He has worked with leading institutions such as General Motors, Michigan State University, and the Kellogg Foundation, and currently teach management at Walsh College. As the founder of Mido Consulting, he specializes in developing leaders, building high performance team, and delivering impactful leadership programs. He is going to lead the session today on developing future ready strategies for building leadership capacity and talent across the organizations. But before handing over the virtual mic, just a quick reminder. If you have any query regarding the GSTC initiative, or if you would like to connect with our speaker today for any kind of query, please feel free to use the chat box. Once again, don't be shy, drop your reactions, emojis, and quick comment into the chat. That's how we know you're with us, actively listening and absorbing from the insightful session. With that, it's time to welcome Lee on our platform. Thank you so much, Lee, coming on our platform. We are very honored to have you as our speaker today. The stage is all yours.
Well, good morning to everyone. It's so nice to have you all here, and I'm looking forward to sharing this information and making sure that we're all kind of lined up. This is an exciting time to be working in organizations and to be individuals who are also going to be shaping the future of organizations. My goal of the day is to spend time talking with you about how we develop future leaders at every level. My framework is going to be one in which I want to challenge sometimes the myth about what is currently going on in the labor force and what's really happening, and set up strategies to accommodate that. So we've got got a lot of good information here. From time to time, I will be asking a question and jump in the chat room and all that. But I think we should just go ahead and get started. So I'm assuming everyone can see the screen. So I want to talk about how we think about leadership going forward and the strategies that are going to be important to make sure that there's ongoing leadership all the time. So let me see, my slide isn't changing just yet. Where is it? Is my screen being shared? Okay, it is being shared. Okay. Oh, here we go. All right. So let me challenge a couple of things here. There's two frames of thought here. If you look on the left, one frame of thought happens to be what organizations think they are doing. In other words, we are on a particular path about what's going on, how we're making things happen, and all that. And there are two things that stand out in that mindset. One is that organizations think they are training potential leaders, right? And that's a good thought, because potential leaders do need to be trained in a variety of different skills and activities that are happening. And they also think that they're preparing for future leadership. So in other words, there are some designated strategies and plans inside of the organization that have clearly identified those individuals who are going to help lead the organization into the future. Because of course, we all recognize that every organization is really about how it maintains its own sustainability. And leadership potential and development is one way of doing that. Now, that's what organizations think they're doing. Let me challenge you and say, here's what I think is actually happening. Organizations are leaving a lot of leadership potential, leaving leadership gaps unaddressed. That if you step back and look at what's going on in your organizations, there are gaps at the beginning of the organization, individuals who are working in leadership roles in the middle and at the top. And what I want to do is spend some time talking about what those gaps are and how we close those gaps. Secondly, that what's actually happening is organizations are reacting to what I identify as succession threats. There are those gaps tend to create issues within the organization, and then oftentimes we don't begin to identify who's the person that's sitting on the bench, who's the person that's in the wings that we need to start developing in order to move forward. Looks like my image has frozen, but we will.
Hailey, I think your video got froze. We are not able to hear anything. Hello. Lee, am I audible? Hello. So the participant, it seems we have encountered a little bit technical issue. So meanwhile, Lee is coming back onto the track. Please do let us know from what you guys are thinking regarding the feedbacks, like uh, the session we conduct for you and what you want to see in the future so that we can plan the things accordingly. Lee, am I audible to you? I think he will join back, so just allow us a few minutes, please.
Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower.
So, participant, it seems our speaker is facing a little bit technical issue. Is resolving it and joining back within 2 minutes. Please allow us 2 minutes to resolve that. Thank you so much, everyone, for your patience.
Our professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus.
Participant, it seems like Lee is back onto the session. So I'm sure everything is all right, Lee. Please let us know if you need any help.
Okay, I'm just getting things started up again. I don't know what happened.
No issues. It happens sometimes, the technical issues we occur it.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So let me get move on to the next one. So here's where I was going with all this, ladies and gentlemen. I want to talk about the fact that when leadership gaps happen, they are not sudden. That oftentimes we aren't prepared um, for them, and because we don't spend a lot of time preparing, oftentimes we are caught off guard when certain things happen within an organization. And the other myth that I want to dispute is that organizations don't lack talent. Every organization is loaded with an abundance of talent. The issue is they oftentimes lack access to the talent. So in other words, they haven't created pathways or structures or relationships that allow them to pursue the talent that's already there in the organization. Um, and it's been my experience that talent is oftentimes in abundance. All right. So let me do this. Jump in the chat room if you have a response to this. If 20% of your top leaders left tomorrow, what happens next? And um, jump in the chat ideas, or what do you think would happen if you think of the organization you're in right now? What if 20% of those leaders left tomorrow? What do you think would be the impact of that inside your organization? Let me check a couple of folks who might be in the chat room. Yeah, there would have to be some kind of change in leadership, no doubt about that, TK. Um, yeah, yeah. Now we're talking. The business will crash, Muhammad. Absolutely, there is a loss of direction key. Absolutely. Um, oh, let me. I'm trying to say. Modini, if they are good, others will follow. You are absolutely correct in that assertion. So, so in other words, the organization itself would be in a lot of trouble. And here's the reason why I'm asking that question. Here's the global talent reality, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's going on out in the world. And it doesn't matter whether you're in Singapore, doesn't matter whether you're in Toledo, Ohio, it doesn't matter where you are on the globe, that this is a global talent reality that's impacting all organizations in a variety of different ways. And so just look at some of the stuff that the research has revealed. To the far left, we see that between 74 and 76% of employers, they struggle to find the skilled talent they need. They struggle both internally and they struggle both externally. The external struggle is a little more understanding than the internal struggle. Oftentimes, the internal struggle is because you're just not looking at individuals from the right perspective. How about this? 69% of organizations report difficulty recruiting for open roles. A lot of things have changed. A lot of things have changed in the last 20 years, and the perception that we are a labor abundant society has changed to where we are a talent deficit. So there is difficulty in filling these open roles. And we already know that by the year 2030, and that's what, 4 years away, ladies and gentlemen, there's a projected global talent gap where it's about 85 million worker shortfall. So that's the equivalent of a couple of several countries. And we also know that 18.4 million are going to be retiring versus the 13 million who are entering. Now, you have to be a math whiz to know that that's a complete imbalance in terms of how things are going on. That's your global reality. That's what's shaping, that's the internal, that's the external factor that's shaping what happens inside of organizations. And so what that essentially means is that when you are a leader who's surrounded by, and I mean surrounded by, um, capable individuals, diverse individuals, individuals with a lot of potential, and you still believe we don't have enough, we don't have any talent, then the problem isn't the talent, my friends. The talent is the leadership, the internal leadership that that doesn't see capability, doesn't doesn't connect the diversity, and doesn't realize that every individual who resides within that organization has the potential to be absolutely incredible. But we have to have support systems in place that allow for that.
Lee, it seems like we lost you once again. Hello, am I audible to you? Hello, Lee, am I audible? Thank you, Saroj. So I think Lee is having a little bit network issue. Let him reconnect. And meanwhile, I would like to let you know the guys regarding the new sessions what we are going to start. So we are going to continue this series in second week. First of all, yes, tomorrow there is no session. I know that we do the Monday to Friday week, but we will be occupied in our physical summit located scheduled in India location. So our whole team is occupied over there. So that's why there will be no session on Friday. So I really apologize for that. And do enjoy your weekends because I do understand some of you join with us late night from their region instead of, enjoying your Friday night. You guys are giving us your valuable time. So thank you so much for that. But we are going to continue this series as well in the next week. We have added a lot of new panels and the modules also. Apart from that, we are also going to schedule AI panel discussions as well as learning and development panel discussion. Learning and development panel discussion dates are out. I have informed in yesterday's session. I'll also going to inform at the end of today's session as well. We are working on AI adoption panel discussion dates. So as soon as it will be out, we'll inform you guys so that you guys can join with us there as well. We have tried our best to get you the best expertise panel for the panel discussion so that you guys can upscale your skill from the perspective and from the learning of that. Apart from that, as we have launched our four vertical for doing the partnership, as you are aware. So we do our partnership into the academic into institute as well as enterprise partnership, individual certification partnership, direct partnership. So you guys can connect with us for that as well. And also if many of you have asked me earlier before regarding the certifications and everything, so yes, every participant is going to get the certification for this session, whatever the session they are attending, they are going to get the certification of attendees. I have gotten actually a suggestion for one, like at least one two participant of you, and thank you so much for that suggestion. That suggestion was ki it would be great if we can mention the topic name also in whichever series you guys are continuing. So I have had this word with my management. So I'm hoping it will be implemented, and you guys will get the certification like that. But I'm not giving you any commitment as of now. As I told you, I had a word with my management and they are thinking on it. So finger crossed, hope for the best. You guys will get the certification according to the suggestion you have asked. And apart from that, I think Lee is back. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, Lee, for joining once again. So, yeah. Okay, participant. So continue with our session. And rest of the details I'll give you at the end of today's session.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm willing to stay with this if you are. Just, I have no idea why this keeps happening like this. I've got a strong connection, but something's not happening. Anyway, so oftentimes, gang, the issue is that there's barrier thinking. That tends to get in the way of leadership potential. So oftentimes we say, well, we don't have the people, or we don't have the time, or we don't have the budget. So sometimes thinking alone is a barrier to having access to the talent potential that resides in your organization. So as a consultant, my questions always becomes one of, if indeed these things are true, and believe me, they are true, how do we make sure this doesn't happen in your organization, which is the purpose of this, of this talk that we're having today? How do we make sure things like this don't happen? And it's really about how do you transition your organization away from barrier-free into barrier-free thinking? How do you move from what I identify on the left as essentially a default organization that acts reactively, that is focused on the gaps that happen in the organization, overlooks potential, and just primarily concerned with filling, how do we fill roles around here, as opposed to being the kind of organization that is very intentional. Leadership development is intentional. Leadership paths are intentional. The organization itself has to have an intentional mindset where you lead proactively. In other words, you start looking at, well, who do we have in the organization? What's the potential talent that we have, and how do we invest in the growth of that talent and nurture that talent by cultivating the talent, so that a couple of things are being addressed. One, individuals see a viable future with that organization because there's an investment that's being made. And two, recognize that there is long-term stability because the organization is doing something other than just trying to fill roles. It's actually trying to cultivate the talent that exists within the organization. All right. So think of that as a mind shift from constantly thinking in terms of default, where we're always reacting, to how do we become much more intentional? Well, in order to build a system that consistently identifies, develops, and elevates the talent that already exists, that's the thing that you're trying to, that's the thing where most organizations are trying to get. How do we build these kinds of systems that are going to work consistently for us? And the way we do that is you have to identify within your organization a leadership pipeline system. And the leadership pipeline system operates along 4 levels, where you get to identify broadly the talent that's out there, the external talent that's attracted to your organization. Because keep in mind, the branding of your organization is an external attraction to employees who come there, but also to look internally and identify broadly who are those individuals that demonstrate both the initiative and potential to help lead this organization in the future. The other factor being where you develop consistently. We'll talk about some developmental strategies going forward, but it's really a lot more than just bringing people in and giving them a job. It's how you develop them to be the best that they can be. And then looking at the distribution of the opportunities that also happen. People have favorites. People have primary affiliations. Oftentimes there's talent waiting in abundance, but because we minimize how we distribute those opportunities or too selective about them, we oftentimes miss out on something. And then being able to track the progress of what's going on. All right. So, in looking at those four elements, the idea here being that leadership isn't selected, it's built. All right. It's not happenstance, it's built. It's not just divine intervention, it's built. It's if the organization is committed to making sure that it has the right people in the right spot for the right reasons and at the right time, you can develop that leadership pipeline so that you always have internal access to the talent that's out there. Here's some ways of thinking about. Again, this is more of a reflective question that I want to pose to you, and that is to think about if you have a pipeline, exactly where is it breaking down? Well, let's start with a basic question: are we identifying broadly, or just picking the usual suspects? And I think all of you know what's being meant by that question. Are we always just going with those individuals who we believe are most reliable, most consistent, individuals who get things done? That's not all bad, but if that's just a select group, then what you're doing is missing out on those individuals who also can bring those kinds of skills to you. Another question: are we developing early, or are we waiting too long? So the moment an individual aligns him or herself with an organization, they're coming on board, the organization says, we want you. That's when the point of development has to start. Even through that normalized 90-day cycle that organizations put employees through. There's nothing in the process that says you can't develop from day one. And so you begin to look at what are some of the developmental pieces that can be put in place to make this thing kind of happen. And are you distributing the opportunity? Right? If you have your favorites, that means those individuals who are non-favorites don't have access to opportunities that are going to allow them to grow within the organization. And the truth of the matter is, for all intents and purposes, if people don't have the opportunity to grow in your organization, they will seek growth in other organizations. If there's too much time being spent in terms of wait your turn, wait your turn, wait your turn, well, the general mindset nowadays is one of, I don't know if I'm going to wait for my turn. Maybe I can make my turn happen at another organization. And if you're making selection decisions about who goes into leadership roles, are you tracking evidence that there is success being experienced in that role? Or are you just relying on opinion? Are you looking at evidence in terms of bringing individuals into that role? Or are you just relying on opinion? Because in any event, what happens is we do this because when your pipeline breaks down, exactly where future leaders are lost. But your pipeline breaks down is exactly where future leaders are lost. And I wouldn't want anybody to lose out on potential leaders. So let's talk about a couple of approaches. There is the normalized, standardized, accepted recruiting approach. And that is one in which we fill open positions There are short-term solutions and the like. We also know that there is a leadership approach where you develop your people and you look at long-term success as being a factor for making things happen. All right, so recruitment does fill roles, but development builds leaders. All right. And filling roles and building leaders, understand there is a balance. All organizations have to engage in some kind of recruitment. But the real test is not just in the acquisition of talent. The real test is how you multiply that talent going forward and making sure that all individuals have access to an opportunity for success. So let me give you some strategies for putting this in play. It seems like I'm pushing a little faster. I don't want to lose power again. And it turns out that where I'm sitting, power is running on my laptop as well. So here's how we put things in practice. For the far left, the 1 + 1 + 1 rule. We ask a question, an open-ended question of individuals in terms of what they are seeking from a leadership standpoint. You commit yourself to having a conversation with those individuals about where it is they want to go. So, focus on your team members and making sure that they, that they have access to at least conversations with, and then identify an action that's going to help them. One is going to help you, one is going to help them, one is going to help kind of push these things forward. And then within the organization, do opportunity mapping, which is really, what are the key challenges in your organization right now, right? Where are the key growth areas in which potential leaders can be successful? And what barriers are getting in the way of that ability to reach out and touch and connect with those individuals who are going to be strong leaders going forward? So we kind of shadow leader moments where you lead by example. You coach in the moment, and then you show you care, because that's essentially what individuals are looking for at this scale. So these are just simple actions that have a scalable impact for sustainable leadership. Things that can be done very easily. And when you're doing this, you of course want to measure your capacity and your talent access. So do your own kind of internal data. One, what's the percentage of roles that are filled from within the organization? And most organizations would argue that that should be higher, and it should, because individuals inside the organization get the message. And the message is, if there's opportunities, they respond to opportunities. Look at your bench strength, right? If you got a team of 3 or a team of 30, there are always those individuals that will naturally stand out. But you also want to make sure that those individuals who are kind of waiting in the wings, trying to determine what kinds of opportunities can be available for them, you want to make sure that that's happening. And then look at your talent movement. Who moves up, who moves across. Moving up is always seen as a good thing. Moving across is seen as a good thing. Sometimes stepping over is also a good thing as well. But we don't want to rely on opinion all the time, gang. We want to be able to measure it. And if you can measure it, you can build it consistently. And this is what it looks like inside of and this is what the action looks like. When you're a default organization, the same people get the opportunities, and they're probably very grateful for it. You assume people have talent, but you don't explore it. And then development is unstructured. It kind of happens haphazardly. I'm saying there needs to be a structure behind that. But with an intentional organization, here's what we begin to see. Leaders identify 3 individuals intentionally, or opportunities are assigned, are not waited for. And exposure is built in everyday work. So the
I guess we lost Lee once again. So he'll be joining in 1 to 2 minutes. I really apologize for the inconvenience, but you know how the technology can be sometime. So thank you so much for your patience. Meanwhile, there was a query regarding is something uh, for the participation certification, it is mandatory to register from Saroj. The last week series, I joined few session from my WMS WhatsApp message, but had not registered. Okay, so if you already have Zoom link, that is great. But whenever, if even if you are opening the Zoom link shared on the WhatsApp, then also you have to register for it. Then you will be able to get the access, right? But it's okay. Like certification regarding if you're not registered, then fine. But it would be great if you can register quickly, because it help us to keep the track of data, how many participants have joined and which participant which we have to send the certification for which webinar. So it help us to keep the track the data, and it help us to not miss any of the participant who are coming on the on our platform, taking their valuable time to learning the things, and missing out the certification. So thank you so much for the question. The series I registered, but last week certificate I did not get the email. Okay. Saroj, I am dropping my official WhatsApp number. Please send me uh like please send me a hi over there and let me know regarding which webinar you are talking. So I'll have a word with my management, and sorry, I'll have a word with my team, and I'll get you those certificate as soon as possible. So I have dropped my number into the DM. Please do drop me an email, drop me a hi on WhatsApp over there. I registered. Ravi is saying I registered on Zoom only. Is there any other form too? No, Ravi, that is the only way you can get the register. So you can get the Zoom link either from our website. Otherwise, I share daily basis the link on our WhatsApp group. We have different WhatsApp groups. So if you can join over there, that is also great. You can find the registration link over there too. And if you have registered yourself once in Zoom for any of the series, as we continue our every series in 2 weeks, like the whole 2 week, our series is going to be continuous. So before starting the series, if you have registered yourself for the Zoom, automatically you will be getting a daily email reminder from our marketing team regarding the sessions and everything. So that's fine. That is not an issue. Please let me know if you guys have any other query. So I thought someone said that to reschedule the session. So actually, this we are waiting for the link. If he is not able to join because of the network issue, within a few minutes, then definitely we'll reschedule the session. I heard your suggestion, Ravi, and thank you so much for that. So, okay, let me just check with the Lee once again. Okay, meanwhile, participant, do let me know what question do you have regarding the registration, regarding the uh, participation, regarding the certification and everything. And I saw one question earlier. I'm not able to see right now. So there was one person who asked, like, is the webinar is for free and the certifications are for or free? So obviously, our all of the webinar is a knowledge sharing basis. So we do this on pro bono basis. And apart from that, the certification which you will get as an attendees from any of the webinar, that is of course free of cost. But if you're opting any certification into the domain like AI, L&D, and ISO, we have multiple categories into this domain. So if you're opting for any certification, we are giving a complimentary coupon code to all of the participants. You can use that coupon code. You can get the 20% off. I think for AI, it is 20% off. For learning and development also, it is 20% off. For ISO, we have changed earlier. It was, I guess, 10 to 15%, but now it's also 20% off. So you can use the coupon code link for opting that certification and get discount and get certified in whichever category in the domain you want. So what we will do, we'll wrap up the session quickly and I'll connect with the league and we'll reschedule this session once again for you. So just allow me a minute to share my screen. So as I was saying, that if you guys are ready to get certified, you can check out our website and you can use the coupon code link, which will give you 20% off. So I am sharing the coupon code link into the chat box so that you don't miss out. But participant, this offer is for a very short time of period. So make sure you're taking the advantage of it and use the coupon code link, get certified. And before wrapping up the session, I just wanted to make a quick announcement regarding the utility tool. So if you're on your job hunting journey, then this tool is for you. You can log in into utility tool by using your LinkedIn ID and password, and it will re-improvise your LinkedIn profile, your resume, and stand out your resume in front of the HRs and recruiters. We are also giving a complimentary coupon code to all of our participants, which will give you 100% off for using this certification. So if you're on your job hunting journey, take the help of utility tool and make your resume stand out in front of the HRs and recruiters, and also all the best to all the job hunters out there. So as I said, that we are going to continue this series in the second week, next week also. So tomorrow we don't have any session as we will be occupied in our physical summit. But from the Monday, we will be having the session from 30 March to 3rd April. We have already lined up the panel. We have already decided new topics which we are going to cover. So I'm hoping to see you all on Monday as well. The timings are the same: 10:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time, 11:30 p.m. Singapore time, 9 p.m. Indian time, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. If you are not getting on a daily basis reminder in your email, please check out our website, get yourself registered so that you can get the daily basis reminder email from our marketing team to know that today is going to be session and you will not miss out any of the session. You can also join our WhatsApp group for the updates. So as we are going to continue the AI series as well, so that is also going to be from 30 March to 3rd April at 8:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time, 9:30 p.m. Singapore time, 7 p.m. Indian time, and 9:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And we are also going to continue ISO from the Monday. So that is going to be 30 March to 3rd April at 9:30. Sorry, I am not able to see my screen. I think I'm also having the network issue. So I really apologize for that. So it is going to be happen at 9:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 8:30 p.m. Singapore time, and 8 p.m. Indian time. As I told you that we have already decided our panel discussion timing and dates for the learning and development open panel discussion enterprise panel. So that is going to be happen at 7th April, 21st April and 5th May. So I'm hoping to see you all. So please get yourself registered. The website, you can check out the website on detail. And with that, it's time to celebrate our referral champions. We have Bhanu Durgesh, Oluvaga, and B. Venkatesh. Special thanks to all three of you for helping us simplify our initiative and reach it to the wider global audience. So you can also become one of our knowledge professional and advisors. What you have to do, if any of your peers, colleagues, and professional wants to join for this webinar or any other webinar, you are changing the slide from the facilitator. Okay, thank you so much, Aminat, for keep noticing me. So if any of your peers, colleagues, and professional wants to join from this webinar or any other webinar, you can refer the registration link which you will find on our website. So what's in it for you? You will get a referral for your every reference point. And once you have a 50 referral point, you will be able to get a free gift certification voucher. $400 worth. So I think Lee is here. So just allow me a minute to catch him in, and we'll have a word with him regarding the suggestion what you guys are telling. So hi Lee, am I audible? Hello. Hi Lee, am I audible? Hello. Lee, I have made you co-host, so you will be able to access your camera and phone as well.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Sully, I'm really sorry for the interruption. Actually, a lot of the participant has left, and also participant are suggesting if it is fine with you, we can reschedule the session. If you're okay with that. Otherwise, if you want to continue, we are perfectly fine with that
Well,
as
yeah,
well.
I only have a few slides left, so I think we can
Sure.
get through it.
So we'll continue with the session then.
Yeah, so
Thank you so
I think
much.
we can complete it. We can complete it
Yeah.
before something else happens. So anyway, I was talking about how we become intentional. And so with that, this is this is this is the cost for not getting actively engaged in talent development strategies. You're going to have leadership gaps. So a lot of roles will go unfilled. There will be a loss of talent. So high potential employees will leave, top performers will leave. There becomes and then you start becoming so dependent on the hiring process. So time, energy, resources are all directed toward hiring as opposed to development. And then you're always having some kind of reactive culture. So what's being advocated is um, to really think about this talent paradox that we all have inside of an organization, and that is one looking at the visible success of our top performers, but to also recognize the untapped talent that's also on a parallel role, to recognize the untapped talent, the overlooked gems. And so we do this by doing things that are, we have to look beyond the obvious. We have to unlock skills. We have to empower growth and recognize value. So it's really a path. It's really about leadership determining which path gets taken. And both paths make a lot of sense for an organization that's going to be successful from a talent standpoint. All right, winding down here. So this is what you got. This is what we have to do differently. We have to stop counting people and start seeing potential. Organizations get so caught up on head count, but you really should be looking at capability. We shift from what's available to accessing what's out there. So you have to create your own internal and external pathways. And we got to build systems that allow for this consistency, just not live in the moment. So it's not about finding talent, but it's really about unlocking it. So here's what it is, gang. You have talent in the organization. It feels true. It sounds reassuring. It does create a false sense of confidence, but you move past that when you can identify and elevate that talent. So that so that's where the work is. That's where the internal work is for making a lot of these things happen. So in spite of this disruptions, I hope the message is consistent, is that it's not about a lack of talent. You've got talent in your organization. It's really about a lack of access. And so finally, in summarizing this, before I get cut off again, my friends, you don't have a talent problem. You have a leadership opportunity. With leadership opportunities, oftentimes can be some of the best challenges going for people inside of organizations. Okay, we have made it. Despite the setbacks, we have made it. I appreciate your patience. Sorry about whatever the disconnection stuff that was going on here, but for all the information that was shared, I hope it was helpful. I hope that there's a lot of thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I know we have a couple of minutes. Thank you, Robbie. Boy. You should all see me when I don't have these kinds of interruptions, but we worked our way through it, and I appreciate it. So we've got a couple minutes left. Let me see if there are any questions you want to unmute, or other comments that want to be made. Amanat Jabahi, thank you very much. I didn't give up, and neither did you. And Saroji Sahu, some companies hire from outside in leadership positions. Yeah. You're welcome, Adikami. You're most welcome. I hope it was insightful and impactful. All right. So without further, you're welcome, Naranji. All right, so without further ado, I will turn it back over. And again, thank you all for being patient. And I'm sure if we meet again, we won't have the similar kinds of connection problems.
So, thank you so much, Lee, for the amazing presentation. And our participant would definitely like to have you again sometime for another session. So, thank you so much for that. And we do understand regarding the network issue. Thank you so much to all of the participants for having the patience regarding the network issue. So, not keeping you and the participant for more time as we are running out of the time. So participant for today, we are skipping the Q&A segment, but I am sharing Lee's LinkedIn ID because as Lee is having a network issue, so I'm not sure like we'll be able to do the Q&A segment complete, but I am sharing Lee's LinkedIn ID into the chat box so that you can connect with him directly for any kind of query, any kind of guidance. I'm sure he would be happy to help you out, right, Lee?
Yes, I certainly would. I certainly would. And I promise to have a better internet connection.
No worries, it happens sometime. It happens with everyone. When we are in need, technology is the one always get held back. So we do understand that. So moving ahead for the next part of the session, I was actually about to wrap up. So just allow me a minute to share my screen. Now I'm not able to share the screen, so I really apologize. Okay, so we are celebrating our referral champions, Bhanu Durgesh, Uluvaga, and B. Venkatesh. Special thanks to all three of you for helping us simplify our initiative and reach it to the wider global audience. Also, you can become one of our speaker for learning capsules, webinar, and podcast. What you can do, you can reach out at pratibha@gsdccouncil.org and pritham@gsdccouncil.org. These are the platform I was talking about, guys, where you can connect with us, our LinkedIn profile, our WhatsApp group, our Instagram channel, our Pinterest channel, as well as our official WhatsApp and Twitter and everywhere. So we do daily marketing on all of this platform regarding our upcoming events and everything. So if you're not able to catch it on our website, and if you're not able to catch the link from the Zoom, so it will be great if you can connect with us on all of these platforms for staying updated so that you won't miss any session. I am sharing the QR code link into the chat box along with the link so that if you're not able to scan the QR code, you can you can join us from the link. So please do connect with us. Also, do share your session key takeaways and learning outcomes. We would be happy to know what most resonated with you. With that, it's time to come to an event end. Thank you so much, Lee, coming on our platform. We had a blast in your session today. Apart from everything aside, we enjoyed your session and participants enjoy your session. So thank you so much for giving us your knowledge and looking forward to having in the future session as well. Thank you so much to all of the participants for joining into our learning journey. So I'm hoping to see you all in next Monday. Till then, keep learning, keep energizing. Have a good day, good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, and a happy weekend to all of you.